Hi guys, welcome to the video, and today I want to talk about a kind of newspaper article that came out today, and it got me thinking, which actually got me doing this video. And it comes off the back of the IOC delaying the Olympics until next year. And this article was kind of referencing all the other athletes, what they thought of this kind of postponement, as it were. And a lot of the athletes were in kind of positive about it. They were actually said it was necessary to do. But there was a number of athletes that were against it, and they wanted it to be this year. And the fact that a delay actually just added stress to them, and they were very unhappy about it. And one athlete, she's not in the sport of athletics, and it's an actually Olympic champion in another sport. But what she said, is quoted as saying, was, "I can't go on in this slog for another year." And that was her kind of attitude to her sport. Now, I attach no blame to this athlete and this sports person, and because she's actually a product of the environment this comes from. Now, I'm going to go into the fact that why they're seeing her sport as a slog, her training as a slog, and why that's negative in a minute. But the fact is, if she's feeling this, then she's not going to be the only athlete in that system. And what happens is, she's a product of the system that she's in specifically UK sport. I don't know what it's like in the US. It might be totally different. But in UK sport, there's this system specifically where there's a pressure on it. Because these athletes are funded by UK sport, there is a certain pressure on them and their coaches to perform. And when this happens, they do everything to make sure that they're not, let's say, letting down other people. And the pressure of letting other people down is massive in amateur sport, because that's, you're funded, you're giving money. I must make good use of this money. I must train well. And this puts an added pressure on them. And when this added pressure on them, most athletes will have a tendency to kind of overtrain. They'll go to the ends of the earth to do all the work, okay, and not leave no stone unturned mentality, but this is where the problem is. As a coach myself and as an athlete, I'm being coached under my dad as an athlete, and actually as an assistant coach to him at the moment. There was never a point where we had athletes that were thinking this was a hard slog, or I don't think so, because athletes kept on turning up, for one thing. And we kind of pride ourselves on, coaches at the moment, that having athletes that are enthusiastic, turning up for training, and we kind of harbour this kind of positive atmosphere that brings us enthusiasm. And some athletes right now, they're between 17 and maybe early 20s, go home buzzing to their parents about training, and that's a positive, that you think they've got enthusiasm for their sport, and that's what brings them back for the next training session. Now, counter this to this Olympic champion, this high profile athlete saying, "I can't go on with another year of the slog." You think that is terrible, and she's actually weakened under this. And what I'm saying is that Doug Heel, the developer of Be Activated, the muscle activation method I use, has released a video course, as it were. It's a free online video course. And what he does in a few of those videos, he documents what happens to the body physically under a stress thought pattern, and under an inspired thought pattern. And he goes and tests it out in front of a class. Someone tests this under a class, what happens to the body? And it's a stark difference. When you're in inspiration and you're inspired, your body will react stronger. When you're in a stress state, your body is weak. Now, I'd really highly recommend, if you go down and really watch this course, get involved with seeing how your body actually works under these different stimuli. And I'll put a link below for this course. It's down in the description level. So go and click on it, sign up, give your email to it. It's totally free, and watch these video courses. It's going to give you a different perspective on sport, but it's going to give you an idea how the body reacts to these kind of stimuli. Now, this person, this high-performing athlete, this Olympic champion, is putting pressure on herself. She's actually weakening herself by having a thought pattern of seeing her training as a slog. And this is actually a chance to her. This is not a bad thing, this delay to the Olympics till next year, because this gives her a chance. If she was to learn about this, it gives her a chance her and her coach could reassess things. if she was to understand how her body is reacting to those thoughts of seeing her training like a slog, she and the coach get together and just reassess it so she could come into training and look forward to her sport, training a lot more and being more enthusiastic. So when she has enthusiasm for her sport, she can come back the next day and be enthusiastic for the next training session. And that would benefit her and help her keep injury free as well. For the rest, her performance will rocket. It's not going to rocket now. This kind of thought structure of feeling your training is a hard slog, it's detrimental. You're not going to improve that much. Now, this is not kind of a message to her. Why would she listen to me? That horse has bolted in a way, the athletes that are training at the moment. If you are a young athlete coming up and who has a potential to be funded to get to the higher elite levels of your sport, and there's potential for funded, you've got to watch this. Never lose your enthusiasm for your sport and what you're doing at the moment, because if you lose enthusiasm, your body reacts badly and physically you get weaker. And if you get weaker, the chances of you get injured. You've got to keep that enthusiasm. Enthusiasm makes your body stronger. It makes your body fitter. And in this time when we have got self-isolation, keeping enthusiastic, keeping ourselves positive has never been more important. And specifically when our fitness training, our training is not at the levels it can be because we've got self-isolation, there's only limited amount of we can do. We have to remain on our thought pattern and keep that enthusiasm. And keep that enthusiasm for the future. Because if anything other, just you're not, it's not going to benefit you. So hopefully you found this video helpful. Keep enthusiastic. Go and watch my other videos on how to incorporate relaxation into your sprinting. But this is what elite levels sport is. If UK Sport actually took at this look at their thought pattern and helped athletes to look at pressure a little bit different, because that's what getting to elite level of sport is handling outside pressure and keeping yourself on a straight level playing field, keeping yourself going towards it despite all that outside pressure. And that's what you're going to have to do. That's what you're going to have to do. It's going to have to keep that. That's what I incorporate. That's what I do with my Be Activated treatment, is keep putting you on a level playing field, relaxed, so you can actually handle the outside pressures. And you're going to have to incorporate relaxation into your sport, and specifically into your sprinting. It's critical, because those high level races, when pressure's going to hit, those most important races, you're going to have to be able to apply relaxation. It's so important. So hopefully, as I say, I hope you trust that video helped you. If you could like the video, I'd appreciate if you like it. If you could share it, I really would appreciate it. Just leave it to stay to enjoy the rest of the week.